Alright, quick update on JASMY. So we've come down to my first price target. So if you've been watching my past couple of videos, I've been talking about these two regions that I believe JASMY is going to come down to. Number one, the 618 Fibonacci at 2.5 cent. But the number one region, which I'm still sticking with, and I've been saying this is my most likely scenario, is a move down to this previous local high before we do have a reversal. And if you don't know, this is 2.3 cent. I've been saying this, since we were picking up bearish momentum to the downside. I said I think we're coming down here once we broke to the bottom of these EMA ribbons, and I said yesterday, maybe the day before, I can't remember if I've been covering these momentum indicators for the past day or whether it's been 2 days or so now. Nonetheless, once we started picking up bearish momentum on the daily squeeze mom, which is the squeeze momentum indicator, I told you I think we are going to have a quick flush out and we're coming down to the 2.3 cent. I'm still sticking with that. Absolutely nothing has changed in that regard. The only thing that's changed is we've basically come down and hit the first target down here at 2.5. We didn't perfectly hit it. My exact target was 2.57 and we came down to 2.6. So we were really like millimeters away. I mean, like a 1.5% move away from my price target, but nonetheless, I still do think we're coming down to properly fill this. I think we're at least coming down to the top of this green box. I don't see, in my opinion, how we would have a reversal off this level. That's just my opinion. You can let me know what you think below. But I've been saying this for a while. I think this green box is going to get tagged. I think the bottom of this green box down here at 2.3 cent is going to get tagged. And here's where it gets sticky. In my opinion, if we lose 2.3 cent, I do think that, we are going to have to talk about sweeping the lows. And I think I've measured these before. I mean, I can't remember. Did we come back and backtest the 786 on our first move up? So, I mean, technically, we pretty much backtested the 786, bar a tiny bit of momentum. So, while I really am not thrilled about the fact of us coming all the way down to this 786, because this is like a drop of well over 50%, and I think the bearish momentum would be very, very hard to swallow. I mean, this is 61%. That is a lot to come down, in my opinion, but nonetheless, technically speaking, as long as this 786 holds, the uptrend is intact. That's not really what I want to see, though. I want to see us have a reversal at 2.3 cent. That's where I've been saying I'd be looking to make a trade. I'd be somewhat iffy about entering a trade if we came down to the 786, even though, like I said, we've previously had these reversals. I mean, how much did we go up on this one? We went up 280% on this one. We actually went up more on this one, so I mean, it is very likely, like, don't get me wrong, like, it is still bullish as long as we're above the 786, but like I've been saying, I want to play from the position of strength at 2.3 cent, and I think if we break below that, it could get very ugly in the short term, because we'd be picking up a lot of bearish momentum on the squeeze mom, and that could potentially be very, very diabolical. So the only really good things I see right now is that we never flipped bullish on the EMA ribbons in the first place on the daily, so we could be coming back into them for another retest and hopefully pushing through them on the next time. Once again, I highlighted this a few videos ago, the 4-hourly EMA ribbons flipped bearish, and we came back, we reset the EMA ribbons right here, and now we're heading back down. So I have a very, very strong gut feeling that we're at least going to be coming down to 2.3 cent. And like I said, while I'm not thrilled about the fact that we could be heading down to the 786, and in my opinion, that could fare very, very bearish for the market, but nonetheless, looking at what we've done previously, we've backtested the 786 before, we've gone up 2.5x, we've come down very, very harshly, and we have backtested 786s before big macro moves. So keep your eyes on the 786. Like I said, I'm really not thrilled about the thought of us returning to this. Even though I don't hold JASMY, I'm really sitting on the sidelines waiting to enter from a position of strength, and whether it is the 2.3 cent or the 2 cent, either one is fine for me. I mean, obviously, in theory, I should be wanting to enter at 2 cent as it's cheaper, but, my gut feeling is, the markets could be very shaky if we break below 2.3. Momentum on the 4-hourly is very much picking up, so I'm very convinced that we're coming down to 2.3 cent, like I've been saying. That is pretty much all I see for JASMY. So keep your eyes on 2.3 cent. I think we're at least coming down to there, like, you know. And while once again it's not my favorite scenario, the momentum is very strongly picking up, and previously we really haven't picked up this much momentum before, apart from this one time. Every other time we've picked up momentum like this on the squeeze mom, we've had a very, very harsh flush out. Like, it doesn't necessarily look too good, and in my opinion, on the daily momentum indicators, the daily momentum indicators are telling me that we're coming down to 2 cent. That's what the momentum is telling me. My gut feeling, which is different to the momentum, is that we would be bottoming round about 2.3 cent. But nonetheless, I don't see us reversing anytime soon. I see us at least coming down to 2.3 cent. If we come down to 2 cent and have a strong bounce, so be it. That would still be macro bullish. So that's all I see for JASMY. Best of luck if you're in it. Once again, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market. And you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.